Hey everyone, my name is Perry and welcome back to the cassette phase. So you wouldn't know it from the 90-degree weather here in Texas, but it is October 1st. And that means it's time for several videos featuring some fun, spooky, nostalgic Halloween content. And to kick that off, I want to do kind of a cassette phase Halloween special. And really all that will be is we're going to hang out. And talk about memories of trick-or-treating and get the den here ready for Halloween. So I've already gathered some of my favorite seasonal items here, and I've even cleared some space. So I figured we could put this stuff out together and share some stories along the way. So if you're as excited as I am about the Halloween season, come hang out. Okay everyone, welcome to the den. I've got my box of fun Halloween stuff here ready to go, and I've got this talking Krusty doll on top. Just the right amount of creepy from one of my favorite episodes of the Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons. So yeah, Krusty, he's probably just gonna sit on the couch, maybe next to the poltergeist pillow, I don't know. But yeah, so I've already kind of cleared a few spots where I want to put some things. Up here on this shelf, I took down pretty much everything to make room for some of the Halloween items that I've got in that tub. And then just a couple other spots. We're going to put something on here on the desk. I've got a couple things I want to do over here by the shelves, which I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I've done is I've taken Krusty out of the box.
You think your dirty socks can stop me? Well, they are making me dizzy. Yeah, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, just such a cool toy from one of my favorite episodes. There's been kind of like a recent renaissance in Simpsons memorabilia, and this is probably my favorite thing that's come out. I love that packaging and just so cool. Yeah, so he'll go for now anyway. I'll just put him on the couch and he can sit, with me during my videos. All right, let's see what else we got. Now, some of the things in this tub are things that I just pulled off of the shelves here in the den, and some of it is stuff that gets stored away and I only get it out at Halloween. So there's gonna be lots of fun stuff in here. So we've got the recent versions of the McDonald's Halloween pails. And I know they're not as cool as the originals. And I do have an original right there that I keep a plant in. And his lid is somewhere, I don't know where, but these are still cool. I wish they would have done them with lids when they put these out, but I guess we can't be too picky. So I'm going to put those up on that orange shelf, and then what I like to do is put some LED candle lights in them. So when I'm in here at night and it's real dark, watching a movie or something, it makes a really cool ambiance. So yeah, let me go ahead and get those up on the shelf. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so these are in their place. And when I'm done setting everything up, I'll close the curtains and turn the lights off so you can really see. You can kind of tell here what that looks like with the little LED candles though. Really cool. Love the look of that. All right, let's keep it moving. What do we have next? Let's go with this thing. You gotta have just a classic old skeleton Now this one, he's kind of broken, looks like. Yeah, let me see if I can fix that really quick. Okay, he's good to go. I fixed his jaw. We had like a rubber one of these hanging somewhere in the house when we were kids. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. So I think for now, he's just gonna go there on that hook. I could change that. I could move it to a different hook, but for right now, I think that's a pretty good spot for him. What do you guys think? Okay, I think the next thing I want to grab out of here are a couple of these Funko Pops. Halloween themed, of course. Hang on. And Swamp Thing, he's not Halloween themed, but I just think he looks cool with Halloween stuff. Here we've got the Scarlet Witch Halloween version. Wanda Maximoff, one of my favorite all-time Marvel characters. And then I found this one recently. It's a Care Bear, but it's Frankenstein. It's Grumpy, which is so cool. Look at that. And I think, if I remember correctly, they even did like some old artwork on the inside. Yeah, check that out. That's actually really awesome. The other ones that they have, I didn't care for as much. The Dracula one's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, this one was by far my favorite, so I'm gonna take those and work those in over by the McDonald's pails up on the orange shelf. So I'll do that. I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I'm starting to work those in here. Look, she's got her little pail. And don't worry, I'm gonna fill some other things in between. As we go, you got Swamp Thing over there hanging out, of course, by the plant, right? You have to. It only makes sense. All right, so that shelf is kind of coming along. Still got Krusty hanging out. All right, what do we want to grab next? So I found this one a little while back, and I just thought it was, I guess you could just say rad. It's a hot pink skull with 80s sunglasses on. And it lights up as well, I believe. Yeah. So just another cool item glowing here in the den at night. And I think I'm going to put him on top of the TV. Let's see. I think that's a good spot for him. He might move. We'll see if it's too distracting from the television, but for right now, I like him there. Let's grab this Pizza Hut Casper hand puppet. Do you guys remember these? If I can find it, I'll stick the commercial in right here.
A new spirit at Pizza Hut.
Hi, Casper!
Welcome, living or non-living.
Order Diet Pepsi, kid. Now order any pizza or Pepsi and get a glow-in-the-dark hand puppet from the movie Casper. Only $1.49. Dine in, carry out, or delivery.
Boo!
I never saw anything so hideous. You love the stuff we made of Pizza Hut.
But yeah, I think these little things are awesome. You know, we have the, they also did the Land Before Time ones, which were similar. You know, there's one there. I've got another one across the room, but I think Casper is gonna go right here. At least for now. I could change my mind, and I probably will on some of this stuff, but you know how it goes. Let's see. Stay Puffed. Now I usually have this guy out year round. He's just so cool. but I think he might look really epic if I mix him in somehow up on that shelf. So let me do some playing around with that for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to fill in a little bit up here. And I do the same thing with this shelf when we get to Christmas time. So just fair warning, we'll be doing this again here in a couple months. Let's see, let's go with, what do we have in here? Okay, so this is Birdie the Early Bird, McDonald's toy from the 90s, wearing a jack-o'-lantern costume. And then who remembers these guys? These little things with the feet. I don't know what they're called, but they were everywhere back in the 80s with the googly eyes. So I'm going to put both this and Birdie over on the orange shelf. And then this I kind of like because it reminds me of like an old vintage Halloween pail. I mean, it's definitely not. It's probably like a dollar store item or something, but it has that look. So I'm probably going to put that on one of the shelves that sits right behind the couch. So let me do those couple of things and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we added the little jack-o'-lantern pail to that little floating shelf there. I had to move a Simpsons mug, but that's okay. Right next to Slimer and a couple of My Pet Monsters. So that should look pretty good on the familiar scene here. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. And then back over to the orange shelf we go, where I have added whatever these little puff balls are called. I added that there. And then I gave Birdie a spot in between a couple of the pails. And I've got another figure that I'm going to put right here, here in just a minute. Okay, so these two little figures here, we've got Garfield with a football, which I've showed you all before. And then we've got, is this Itchy or is this Scratchy? This has got to be Scratchy, right? He's the cat. I should know that. I'm supposed to be a diehard Simpsons fan. I should definitely know that. We're going to call him Scratchy. And they're both going to get spots up here. Okay, so the orange shelf is pretty much done. I moved some things around and I probably will again. I'm weird when it comes to that kind of stuff, but yeah, everything's got a spot. Yeah, and there we go. So let's keep moving with the rest of the room. So the next thing I want to do involves the desk here, the old workspace. I want to take my friend Taz here, which holds my pens. I'm going to swap him out, as I do every year, for this amazing Darth Vader skull mug. And I keep these little monster figures in, and I just tuck the pins in right behind. Yeah, I do that every year. It's one of my favorite things. So let me do that really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, mission accomplished. There he is, in his rightful spot for the next 31 days, give or take. All right, so really the last thing I kind of want to do, some years I do this, some years I don't. I want to put up some orange lights on up on the bookshelves. You know, just kind of string them across the top. I do the same thing with Christmas, and it makes it really nice in here. And as you guys know, I'm all about going for the vibes in this room. And adding lights to these really busy shelves can sometimes just, you know, really help that vibe. So let me go ahead and get set up and I will start doing that. Okay, so I know I'm a little bit off frame here, but just bear with me. I'm trying to situate the extension cord and kind of figure out how much slack to leave here. This is going to be trial and error for sure. Let's see how we can do on the first pass. They have to hang down a little bit, otherwise I have way too many lights with the 2 strands that I'm going to use. I could do 1 strand, but it doesn't quite reach. It's close, but it just doesn't quite get there. Okay, grab the second one. Alright, so let me get them situated and then I will try to go back and tidy it up a little bit. Like I said, this is definitely going to be trial and error. Okay, so there's a big gap where the 2 strands join. So I'm gonna have to kind of do some twisting and finagling to try to make that not look so bad. So yeah, let me do my second trial of this and see if I can't make it look a little bit better, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's a little better. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect. I think that'll definitely do. All right, guys, I think we are done, at least for now. Let's take a quick look around. We got the pumpkin candle going, of course. Gotta have a candle for a relaxing mood in here. And there's the jack-o'-lantern that we added. Did anybody trick-or-treat out of those? I always felt bad for those kids because it held like nothing. You know, back in the 80s, we were using pillowcases and remember those giant plastic bags that we would get from school that had like advertisements on them? I can picture several of them in my head, like the artwork on them. That's something that I would like to get a hold of one day. And maybe even like frame and put some stuff on the walls when I'm doing the room up for Halloween. Hot pink skull is looking good over there. I had the lights all completely off, but it was just too dark to get any good footage. And there's Casper. Anyone else like that Casper movie from I think it was 94? I had such a crush on Christina Ricci in that. And there's the shelf. Did you guys go after those Halloween boo buckets when McDonald's did those a couple years ago? I really do wish they would have put lids on them, but I think for display purposes, that looks pretty cool. I need to track down some of those McDonald's McNugget buddies. Got the Ghostbuster mug, of course. We added that today, as you guys saw. Might as well turn this into like a little miniature tour of the den. And I tell you what, trick-or-treating was a big deal for us as kids, but this neighborhood that I live in now, these people treat it like a block party. You know, a lot of the parents, you know, have, you know, stations set up offering drinks, and they'll be cooking out and offering you food, and there are just kids everywhere. It's great. It's got a definite throwback vibe to it. I love it. I think the lights turned out okay. Just adds a little bit, you know. Oh, I found one thing I forgot to do. I'll have to do this for real when I have both hands free, but we gotta flip the Fraggle Rock 1984 calendar to October. You know, one of these years coming up, these dates are gonna actually match up. Today's Tuesday, so we're only off by one day right now, so maybe next year, I don't know. That'll be cool. I love the artwork all throughout this calendar. See, I'll have to make sure I fix that here in a minute. And we'll be back in the VHS closet soon because, like I mentioned on the last video, I've got several new tapes I need to integrate in, so we'll do another hangout, reorganize, talk movies type of video coming up really soon. Maybe not the next video, but probably the one after that. All right, and there we go. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Cassette Phase Halloween special so far. And there we are. So I really appreciate you all hanging out with me here in the den today. I hope that this video helped, build some anticipation for the Halloween season and all the fun videos that we have coming up. If you don't want to miss any of those, consider subscribing. But for now, and as always, relax, enjoy life, and be kind. We'll see you in the next one.